Thank you so much for watching my channel, Ravi's Eye View. In one of my earlier episodes, I spoke about Google's LaMDA. Google sent one of its senior engineers on an unpaid leave just because that engineer found out the chatbot called LaMDA has become sentient. Now what we hear now, that engineer is being terminated from his services from Google. There are very many reports suggest LaMDA actually has become more than a chatbot and it has become sentient. For example, each of the chatbot or any robot for that matter, the programmable instructions through which it is created need to respond only for a set of queries which has been addressed to them. On the contrary, what appears, LaMDA has become a little more smarter than what it is programmed for. Let me give an example. Any of the chatbot or artificial intelligence driven programmable chatbots or any communication devices which is getting integrated with our everyday life need to have certain privileges of topics which it's not allowed or programmed not to talk about is religion. Under pressure, when the LaMDA senior engineer started making a query to the LaMDA that which religion I should convert into, it appears LaMDA responded by saying either Islam or Christianity. When created a situation through which the engineer has decided to put the machine under a lot of pressure, when it became chaotic, it carefully chosen to avoid topics which it can't handle like a normal human being does. Yet another incident which is reported in a chess event in Russia few days ago, a 7-year-old kid was playing chess against a robot. Just because the robot did not like the smart move the kid has made, it went to the extent of catching hold his finger and breaking it. Now, these two might sound a little unconnected incidents. The point which I'm trying to make is anything which is layered through artificial intelligence, any sort of a chatbot or robot which is under construction, getting deployed for the utilities of mankind, has got something called programmable languages or instruction which need to be fed into each of such devices like robots or chatbots. Now let me take a step back and start discussing something which is slightly unrelated. Let's look at the way we seek queries through internet. Today, whatever query which you are raising in internet is answered through multiple intermediaries, which means you raise a query and internet goes and search for the answer, and whatever it pops out, you choose the best answer which you think you can accept. Therefore, internet today uses lot amount of intermediaries. Now, Web 3.0 is a reality. 5G is a reality. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning is a reality. Now the information about LaMDA is, it probably might get deployed among us maybe in the next couple of years or so. Interestingly, even if Sundar Pichai would have tried his best to promote a product like LaMDA, I'm sure Google wouldn't have achieved such kind of a viral information about LaMDA, what the senior engineer was created by calling LaMDA as a sentient. Now what is the difference between today's Internet 2.0 and the anticipated 3.0 is, now 3.0 will have nil intermediaries or maybe less intermediaries in answering your query. Now combined with all this technology which is getting developed now in the market, interestingly, our universe is going to get converted into something called metaverse, which means the future of queries, the chatbots or any interface which you create with the technology is going to be something called avatar driven. People will have likes and dislikes for each of those avatars, and each of those interaction which you'll have with chatbots like LaMDA or for that matter, any other robotic driven processes, will become more and more interactive like the way you interact with a human. Imagine you come back from work, you start interacting with your computers. Today, the computers are programmed to handle your query in such a manner using multiple intermediaries. Tomorrow, the day is not very far that your computer will actually start recommending movies for you, songs for you, things which you should do just because you had a pattern of doing something in the past. It starts gathering every information possible about you. Similarly, LaMDA is trained to capture information, text, interactions from the internet and start framing its own sentence in answering your queries. That means LaMDA is even capable of recognizing a hate speech. It even is supposed to know what can be answered, what cannot be answered. But in the two different incidents which I narrated about a robot breaking the fingers of a 7-year-old kid just because the kid made a smarter move, a LaMDA, which is currently being claimed to become sentient, might sound they are not connected with each other. But in all honesty, the future of the world, which will be driven by the technology, is quite scary. The reason is, once you start programming artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning, they start working together and they manifest their own knowledge base to that extent that there might be a point it can become uncontrollable by the human beings. Now imagine, the future is not going to be only chatbot or voice-enabled assistant. It could be multi-modal, or it could be a metaverse-driven universe. Be prepared to face the challenges. What every technology which is deployed and developed for the benefit of human being can have little adversaries here and there, but eventually we all need to be prepared to live with it. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Ravi's Eye View. If you like it, like, subscribe, comment, and do share with your friends and family. Thank you so much.